Hey guys, oh, sorry. I was hoping to have this Devon painting done by this weekend. It ended up not getting done, but it is very, very close, and I will show you guys that in just a few seconds. I just wanted to have a conversation with you guys. Sorry, I probably look like absolute garbage. I don't care. At this moment, it was a very long weekend. My son accidentally tripped over my daughter's feeding tube while she was eating, like she was connected to the machine, and he's learning how to walk. He's 10 months old. I've told you guys this. He's walking actually really well, but maneuvering around things, he's not quite there yet. He can't, like, if it's in a straight clear area, boy, he can go. And unfortunately, it was a mistake of my mom and myself this weekend. He was nowhere near her, and then, like, all of a sudden, my mom went off to the kitchen to do something, and I went off to their bedroom to get them clothes. And my mind thinking my mom's staying in the living room with them, and she's gonna watch them. My mom's thinking that I'm gonna stay in the living room and watch them. And unfortunately, both of us were wrong, and communication was kind of not perfect at the time. And unfortunately, he got near her, and both of us heard my daughter screaming, and we came running to her. And unfortunately, he did pull on it. Now, the lucky thing is that he did not pull it out. So, she's not hurting or in pain or anything like that. So, that is awesome. Anyway, so, yes. Now we have, issues with, her having some tenderness by her too, because unfortunately he pulled out something that looked like her stomach tissue, and it freaked us out. It was just scar tissue, thank God it was just scar tissue, but it still freaked us out. My son did not mean to, and God knows that he was so upset. And with me saying that, I did post something on Facebook about it. Now recently my boyfriend's mother has added me on Facebook. I've been with him 2 years, and she just now is adding me on Facebook. She has one of his ex-girlfriends on Facebook and is always commenting on her stuff like, "Oh, you silly girl." Whatever. But anyway, so she commented on it like, I'm basically putting it out there like I made my son sound like a bad person. I did not, because he felt so terrible. And with that being said, I really wanted to punch a doctor or a nurse at MUSC, because I don't think they heard, or know that I heard them, but they were talking to one of the resident doctors, and they're like, well, allegedly the brother. Allegedly nothing. My mother was here, I was here, and yes, the brother did do it. Now, if it was me or my mom, we would have owned up to it. We're not going to sit there and blame it on a 10-month-old if the 10-month-old didn't really do it. The 10-month-old accidentally did it. He is learning how to walk. So I was very displeased on how that nurse conducted themselves. And when they gave me the call for how I felt about their service and how Bree was doing, I let the call service know that I did hear that nurse, and that it is not appropriate to talk about them like that. Because when she was upstairs getting the x-ray done to make sure it was still in her tummy, the lady's like, we hear all kinds of things, and people are too afraid to bring them in because they're scared that we won't believe their story. I see why. Because because I bring her in with a story that actually happened. And do not touch. Do not. Emerson. Hold on, yeah. No. I'm sorry. You just can't have the DVDs, baby. He's been really touchy this morning. I don't know. I don't think he's feeling too great. But anyway. So, yeah. There's a reason why people won't bring their children in for what they, what actually happened, because apparently we will be judged for it. That it's not appropriate. It's not okay. And honestly, in my opinion, if that's how you're going to see people, then you do not need to be a nurse. Period. Now, I have never, ever, 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 ever had any issues with MUSC. MUSC saved my daughter's life. I will give them that 110%. They did save my daughter's life. I have had one doctor, well, she wasn't a doctor yet. This is a teaching hospital. She was in there without the, one doctor. She was in there basically blaming me for why my daughter has not gained any weight. And because she gained weight while she was there, that if she stops gaining weight again, they're going to blame me. She basically, in so many words, told me that they're going to charge me for abuse. My daughter had stopped eating the formula she was on. I tried to get her into her primary care doctor, and I couldn't. None of the other doctors were listening to me and trying to get her into, because she has 5 other doctors. And not a single one of them were listening to me when I was saying, well, she's not eating her food. Not a single one of them were. The only one that listened to me was somebody, the genetics center, that really doesn't have anything to do with her, except for they think her case is interesting. Because children that get HSV encephalitis, most of them do not survive. And so they think that she's a very interesting case on how she survived, on why she survived, and they even think there might be some genetic reason why she survived. Yeah, don't play with Sissy's tube, though. But anyway, so they were the only ones that were actually, they called her primary care doctor, and they're like, look, we need to get this child in and seen. She's dropped, so much weight. And literally, they came back in the room, and they said, you have an appointment tomorrow. Because her doctor, when I called by myself, they told me it would be 4 weeks to get an appointment with her primary care doctor. And I'm like, I can't wait 4 weeks. I have to see him now. And she's like, well, I'll call you back when he has an opening. And I didn't get a call back. And that, at that point, had been 2 weeks. And I had literally just gotten in to see the primary care doctor. He put her on a brand new formula the day before we went and saw her neurology doctor. And her neurology doctor's like, well, I don't like her weight. We're putting her in the hospital. And I tried to explain to the neurology doctor that she just got put on brand new formula. She wasn't taking the other formula and hadn't been taking it for weeks. And that basically I was keeping her alive on baby purees and Pedialyte, and so they didn't even give her a chance to get used to the new formula before they were basically blaming me for child abuse. It's okay. Yeah. It frustrates me that there are these few wannabe doctors and few nurses that really make parents feel, like they are not doing their job as a parent, because there are parents that are trying their hardest with these disabled children, and it is... Sorry, guys. I had a drink over there and he went right for it. But they're making these parents feel inadequate and horrible about how they have to deal with these children. And most of these people only see these disabled children when they come in for a visit or for ER visits. They do not live at home with them. They do not deal every single day trying to make sure that this child is eating, this child is working, this child is becoming an actual human being and not just a lump on a log. They are not in the process of every single day working with these children. The parents are. And I do know for a fact, because they had no real chance of my child living, that there are parents that have just given up on children that have what my daughter has. And the ones that do survive, the parents don't want anything to do with it because no there's no successful stories. There's no, one day they will be able to talk. They'll be able to walk. They'll be able to do what a normal child does. There's no guarantee they'll be able to do it. And so a parent doesn't want to work hard enough to do it. And it's sad and it's horrible, but it is unfortunately very, very true. I have never given up on my child because I got the feeling of what it was like to actually lose her. And I got a chance to bring her back and keep her. I'm not about to sit here and just let her live her life as just a lump on a log sitting there doing nothing all day long. I got a second chance to save my baby and be this child's mother. I mean, I lost her. I did. I lost her not once, not twice, but at least 4 times. And when they put her on the ventilator for the last time, they told me that if she didn't wake up in 48 hours, that she wasn't going to wake up. And I'm here to tell you, 48 hours should not be the cutoff. It should not. My baby is a 56-hour baby. She woke up at 56 hours, and she is still here, and she is still fighting. And for that doctor to tell me that I had to pull the plug at 48 hours was ridiculous. It's been a long and hard struggle with her, and I haven't given up, not one little bit. And all these parents that have to go through what my daughter's going through either have lost the battle and lost their children, or the ones that do, surpass the first battle don't go after the second. And my child is making records. I mean, they don't even know what's going to happen to her. They don't know what her life expectancy really is. They don't know because none of the children have gone past what my daughter's gone past. If the children have gone past the age and have survived, they're basically just children in wheelchairs and children that don't speak and children that don't do whatever. And I haven't given up. And I mean, I don't plan on giving up. That's why I wouldn't put a feeding tube in my child. And I mean, unfortunately, I ended up having to because she stopped eating on us again. And it was either that or face the fact of losing her again. And I already went through so much almost losing her. I literally, I couldn't do it again. These parents that don't fight when their children gets this, I don't understand. I don't. Being a mom that's had to go through it and being a mom that's had to survive this, the only thing I would change is I would have never let her out of my sight. But if I couldn't change that, and this still would have happened 2 years ago, almost 3, I wouldn't change anything because the fight that I've done with her and the fight that I've gone through with her, it has made me a stronger person and it's made me a better mother. And it has made me make sure that parents don't go through the same thing. Every time I see a mother that's expecting and I kind of know them, or even if I really don't know them, I warn them. Don't let anybody near your children. Do not kiss them. Not even you. Not even you. Don't kiss them on the face area, period. Face, cheek, nothing. Faces should be off limits for people to kiss because these children are so young and so innocent and so susceptible to everything. Every small little freaking thing, they're susceptible to it. And because of one mistake that someone did to my child, she has to live with lifelong consequences. And that person gets to go on with their life like nothing ever happened. But me and my daughter are still here fighting to make sure that she has a better life. So, I just... I am so... I'm frustrated, I'm angry. Like, why do parents just sit there and act like... Parents, doctors, nurses, they sit there and act like I'm not doing what I need to do for her. And it frustrates me that I have to go through this. I have a 10-month-old at home. I'm sorry. I have a lot going on. I was not planning on getting pregnant for the second time. Believe you me. My boyfriend didn't believe he can even have the child. So, he was told he couldn't have children that when he was working out, the medication he was on to bulk up or whatever canceled out his boys. And so we didn't know that my son could come. We didn't know anything, and it's very clear that that child is his. It's not anybody else's, and it couldn't have been anybody else's. So I really just need to get it out there that doctors and nurses really just need to get over themselves. Because unless you're in this situation, and unless you are sitting here in my house and watch me not pay attention to my children and watch me not care, don't say anything. Because I do watch my children and I do care. And I don't do my crafts or anything unless they are either, eating on their own, because my son can feed himself now. My daughter obviously is on tubes. But unless they're eating on their own and they're watching TV while they're eating, or he's in his pen and she and I are working, there's really no point when they're actually out here that I'm even working on my crafts. Like, I'll put my son down for a nap first, and then my daughter will go down afterwards. When she's out here getting her last feed before nap time, I'll work on my crafts. Because I'm letting her have a break from the day. And I'll be working on it because most likely when I put her down, I gotta clean the house. Because my son has destroyed my house. So it's not like I'm sitting here ignoring my children, doing crafts or doing God knows what, playing on my phone. I'm not doing any of that. And nurses and doctors need to get over themselves. Because this is not their life. This is ours. And unfortunately, there are mistakes. And it could be a mistake of literally just how it happened Saturday morning. My mom goes off to one room and I go off to the other, thinking the other one is staying in the living room with the kids, and neither one did. And it happens. It happened Saturday. And Mom and I kind of just looked at each other and were like, well, when she's feeding, I guess none of us can leave the room, make sure that, she's safe. Or put my son in the pen. But, it's just frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. I did ramble on. So sorry. It gets to me when doctors and nurses think they're better than you because you come in and telling them what happened, and they claim it as a story and not an actual account of what happened. So it's just irritating. I'm going to try to flip you guys around real quick to see if I can show you guys what I've gotten done, and hopefully, yeah. Alright, hold on, y'all. Alright. Here you guys go. That is what I was working on. That's the paws and everything. Sorry, guys. But that's the pause. It's kind of going over the edge because you can see where I'm working on it right now. That's the drink my son tried to spill over. Sorry, y'all. Alright, let's see what we got. And this, oh, sorry y'all. This is the last part, and you can see I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm still working on getting it done. I apologize, y'all. This one's gonna be a long video. Didn't really mean for it to go as long. Hold on, yeah. I didn't mean for it to go as long. And now my asthma's messing up. Of course. Anyway, I hope that you all like this video. I apologize for going off of the edge a little bit. If any of you guys have sick children or, you know, have gone to the doctors and they've treated you like, you know, you're the devil and haven't done what you need to do for your children, I'm sure you all understand. And most of those nurses aren't even mothers. They're like these young little girls that think that they're all that, and that when they become moms that this won't happen to them. I'm not gonna lie, when I was young, I used to think my children aren't going to get into trouble, and I'm not going to, you know, they're not going to get into things in the house, and, you know, they're going to be very, whatever. It doesn't happen. It doesn't. It is a very long and hard and scary process of being a mother and being a parent that, unfortunately, these kids are going to do whatever they please, and it's the truth. I mean, my children are their own people, and they're going to do their own thing. I have watched my children, and you know what, I'm lucky. My children are the two of the calmest children I've ever seen in my life. So for them to honestly have a problem because my son is a 10-month-old learning how to walk and got into Sissy's machine. Hold on, y'all. Alright, sorry. Had to stop my son from doing something horrible, and I just got my inhaler. So unfortunately, y'all probably hear me a little out of breath and, kind of wheezing. I know a few of them, you can actually catch me, wheezing, and I'm sorry. I do have severe asthma, and unfortunately, living in the South does not help. So, yes. But anyway, I think I was going on about these doctors with my children. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, like I was saying, or think I was saying, you can't get into it now. We had to put these little children's locks on because we have like 6 doors on our entertainment center, and they're in children's reach. So they did not think about children when they made these things at all. And so, yeah, we got. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm being mean and laughing at him. He threw down what he had in his hand and started like trying to get it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I look like absolute garbage, guys. I'm so exhausted and I'm so tired, and like literally I can't, I don't know. I've been doing the best that I can with trying to get this done, but like literally I should have had it done most, like if not just a few little things Saturday night. But unfortunately, like I said, Saturday night I was in the ER. So yeah. But I'm doing what I can. Do not touch mommy's TV. That's not a good boy. There's no connection between the TV and why the door won't open. I promise. Lords. Y'all, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, sorry guys. I apologize. I was No, do not touch my TV, sir. Sir. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to do this earlier because literally we ended up waking up later than I had initially planned, and well, now we're here. So anyway, I know most of this is talking, unfortunately, and I hope y'all do understand, and I apologize. I keep getting sidetracked and everything. Um, I had to get that off my chest, and I'm pretty sure there's mothers out there that feel the exact same way. Because, I mean, what happens is awful as it is, and then we have to go in for help because, you know, the unfortunate happened, and that's what they're there for, and then they just don't treat you like, you know, this was an unfortunate event, that this is how you do your children every single day. My child, she's had her two for a month. You know, a whole month. Now, I have heard that most parents are in the the emergency room within the first couple of days because they've done something that they don't know what they're doing, and have or thought they have messed up something, and in turn have not messed up anything. My son is tall enough to see what is on the table now, so now he is grabbing at every single thing I have on my table. But anyway, so, you know, for her being a full month in and not having to go into the doctors or the ER, I think we've done pretty well. We had one mishap, and no, it wasn't grandma tripping over or mommy tripping over. It was brother. And whether you like it or not, because of it not being pulled out, obviously that tells you that it was a lighter weight body. Because I'm pretty sure if my mom and I had done it, that the balloon would have popped and it would have come flying out because of the weight of the pressure. So you can go somewhere else with your bull crap. Sorry, y'all. I can't deal with nurses and doctors that think that they're better than everybody else just because they have that title. Like, you know, I wanted to be a nurse at one time too, but if that's how nurses act, I don't want to be one. I just don't. And, yeah. Anyway, but I don't know. I hope y'all are having fun out there in the crafting world, and do understand why this video is so long. And my son is mad because I won't let him get stuck to the diamond painting. I love being mommy, y'all. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do love it. It's just there are days. Oh, are there days? But anyway, I do apologize. I know there's only like a small sliver of the diamond painting, and I hope y'all understand why. I'm probably going to actually cut this one now. You like, subscribe, whichever. I understand I did kind of go off the rails there for a little bit. Just a mommy and eating event being... I'm gonna cry, guys. I'm gonna cry. Alright, y'all. You guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm here. I hope y'all have a lovely day. Bye.